Hey guys, I just wanted to show you what I was up to last night. I was replenishing my mold stash here, or resin pieces here, and let me show you guys in case you're new to my channel, new to this kind of thing. This is the resin that I use. You mix equal parts of this in the cups that they provide, and it has a chemical reaction, and you can pour it into silicone molds, and then it sets. And you can tint this as well. Now this, you should use non-water based ink, and the reason I say that is because you do not want to add water whatsoever to this type of resin. I purchased this particular box at Hobby Lobby for $14.99 and used a coupon. I think it's actually cheaper at Hobby Lobby than at Michael's by like $1 or $2. But use a coupon if you're going to buy this. It makes it a lot cheaper. But if you're gonna ask me, how much will this make? There's 2 parts here. This makes this whole plate here. This is one whole box of resin, and I could have probably made more. However, if you don't pour exactly like you're supposed to, you will have some left over, and that's what happened to me. Plus the box was kind of old, so some of the yellow agent was kind of in like a solid state, so I didn't want to push my luck there and not have the correct amounts mixed together. So what I did was just stopped where I was and made as many as I could. So I made a whole bunch of pink resin pieces, and you guys have seen my resin before. If you're wondering about tutorials on how to do this, Tutu Amy posted one sometime back on her channel on how to do resin. There's lots of videos on resin, but because it's just for crafting embellishments, this is what I use to do this. And then I use the Tim Holtz alcohol ink, and let me pull one out so I can show you. Sorry. These are the 2 colors I used last night. This is watermelon, and I had to write it down and it got all smeared, but I use this quite often. You can see how much I have left, because to get this pink color, it's 1 drop or less than a drop into the resin that you're pouring. And I use the 2, you get 3 measuring cups with each box, and I pour enough to fill up 2 tablespoons. Oh, that one's cracked. So 2 tablespoons are marked as the last line here. So I put one part of each in one of each of the cups, and then I add the ink I add mine to the part A, and then I use these cups to mix the 2 together, because what happens is you want to mix the ink into one of the parts, and so you can mix it thoroughly, around the sides and everything. And then you want the 2 parts to go together, because the reaction is very quick. If you don't pour quickly, you're going to get a solid mass in your mixture. So I use these cups. They're just plastic containers, condiment cups. These actually have lids that I got at the dollar store. There was 10 in here. And you can reuse these. So once the resin actually dries in this cup, you can just peel it out. And I've shown that before on older videos. So let me just show you the pieces that I did. These molds, I either got it from DK Crafts on Facebook. She will do mold pre-orders. The other ones I got from Natasha's Scrapbook Corner on Zibbit. And I can kind of point out which ones. So this mold and this mold are together on one mold, and I ordered this from DK Crafts. So you can look on Facebook for her group and ask to join, but she will do a mold pre-order. She doesn't often carry them in stock. She may have a few left, I don't know. But I wanted to use these for charms, because they are locks. And to go along with this one, I have the mold for the purse. You guys have seen my molds for these. And the reason you see a variation in color is because I mixed some pink with 1 drop, and then after that batch was poured, I poured another batch into the same cup and didn't add any ink. So even the residual that's left in the cup will give you a lighter color. Normally, if you don't add any ink at all, the pieces will come out white. They will always come out cloudy, and you won't be able to see through them. There is another resin that's clear, but that takes 24 hours to set. So I don't want to use that because this is faster for me. Yeah, I was going to show you the purse that matches the... Oh, here we go. So here's the purse that actually matches the lock. So I'll probably... I know I have a pink one in here somewhere. But I wanted to put them on a charm together. So I also have this mold from DK Crafts. And I made a couple of them in different shades of pink. So you can see this is a really light shade. It looks almost white, but it isn't white. So really pretty pieces. I actually just have that upside down. So, and then I got this one also from D. This is really neat because you can dress these up. These two are on the same mold as well. This one is also from D. It's a dress, as you can see. And they're flat on the back because, you know, obviously it's not a 3D mold. And then, of course, my buttons. This one I actually ordered from a place called Mold Muse on, I think it's on Etsy. She's out of Georgia, and she does super fast shipping. I love this mold. And there's only one button on the mold itself, so I ordered multiple molds so I could make a lot of big buttons because I like using these to make embellishments. And then a lot of these macaroons, I have macaroons and I have donuts in different sizes, so the donuts are just adorable. I was unmolding these last night, and I was like, oh, these are so cute. See, this donut is different. It's got sprinkles on it. And you can pour them in 2 colors, but I'm not patient enough to do that. I just like the idea of a little resin embellishment. This donut has a chunk bitten out of it. And it has icing, so it's really, really cute. Those are the donuts. I think... I don't remember where I got these from. I might have gotten those from Natasha. And then these are the macaroons, and I've ordered a couple of different macaroons before, so... Some of them did come from Natasha. You have to put the cream in the middle, and I will do that. But these are the 2 halves that go together. And I have also heart-shaped ones. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure if you're going to pour them, you know, you want to have them be the same color. So these 2 aren't the same color, so I wouldn't put these 2 halves together, but yeah, you could put the cream in the middle and stick them together. And then there's this one, which is a little bit different. You can see a swirl in that because I didn't mix the resin well enough. But I'm okay with that. It's kind of neat with the swirl. And I have 2 sides of that. Now these are macaroons that are the whole macaroon, you see? It's still flat on the bottom, but the mold itself is 3 of these macaroons together, and I got this one, I believe, from Natasha's Scrapbook Corner. So you could already see the filling on the sides there. It's got a little zigzag on the top, and all you got to do is add an eye pin in there. And I have a screwdriver that will do hand drill that will do this to allow me to put the eye pin in there. This is really adorable. It's a little cake. See, it's a little cake with a little bow on it, and I made them pink. And let me hurry up because I have another tray to show you. Okay, so that's all pretty much different size macaroons. This is another lid. And then, oh, this is the blue color that I'm going to show you, Mermaid. I put 1 to 2 drops, actually. I wanted to try 1 drop and see what it looks like, so the lighter color you'll see is the 1 drop. And then I made them darker because I wanted to go and see if I could match the Tilda paper. So that's the first set of molds, or set of resins I did. Here is the second set. This is another box of resin. And you can see here I made quite a few buttons because I didn't have a lot of this color already made. So I went ahead and did a bunch. Now this one I over poured, that's why there's not a hole in the middle. But this one I actually did it correctly. So this will just use for an embellishment, as a flat embellishment. This one I can use on a charm. But I use the same molds, except you'll see that I have these little candy looking hearts, like conversation hearts. See that? This is a mold that has the alphabet on it, all in hearts, and this came from DK Crafts. Here's a different stacked macaroon. It's already stacked together. So the mold, I think it's just a single macaroon. Yeah, it's a single mold that has one of these in it. And it's a little bit different than this other one I showed you, because this one has like a rounded top, like really, it's bigger, but also it's the rounded piece looks more realistic, see? This doesn't look as real. So I like this one better. But this one is smaller. Still can use it. Here's the cake again. In blue. Really cute. And then here's the donut. Oh, I love the donuts. Look how cute they are. They're so tiny. Here's that cabochon again. And then the dress in blue. And then some more purses. Did a lot of those. I only did 2 of the masks. I don't know why, but I only did 2. And the reason some are shiny and some are not is due to the way the mold is made. So this isn't shiny because the mold itself doesn't have a shiny finish on it. But if you look at this one, it has a shiny finish. So it's due to the way the mold is. Oh, I didn't show you this this little heart cake. This one actually is kind of wonky. You see how it kind of, at the bottom, it has a little dip in it. It's cute. You could use that on a card. And then I did the big buttons. Now I was going for a darker color like this. You could see here. See how these are different shades? They're all still usable, but I really like this color. So only got 1 of those. So anyway, that's what I've been up to, and I will be making these into different embellishments for swaps and such. And I will talk to you later. Have a great weekend. Bye now.